Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Hey, I'm back with another episode of Sports Picks with Big Zay. I'm going to give you my MLB picks for Friday, September 2nd, 2022. Now, if y'all haven't already before, man, please give my channel a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Y'all already know what's going on with my channel, man. Started from like 20, 30 subscribers. We almost at 500. We just keep racking it up. You know, next goal is 1,000. Y'all know I'm trying to give y'all my best picks every single day for every single game. Y'all know NFL start in a week too, so I can't wait for that. And stay tuned, because after the video, we're going to figure out who wins the free giveaway that I'm doing for the raffle. But we're going to ahead and dive right into it. 15 games, you know the slate real long. The first game, we got the Blue Jays taking on the Pirates. We got Alek Manoah going up against Johan Oviedo. And I've seen Johan Oviedo pitching in recent years, and I've liked the way he's been pitching. But he's going up against a Blue Jays lineup that y'all already know is top deal when it comes to offense, especially with their ace Alek Manoah on the mound. He's the best pitcher that the Blue Jays have. I do like the Blue Jays here. Blue Jays on the run line, -1.5. I think that's the best pick and best bet for that game. Next game, we got the Rockies taking on the Reds. We got Kyle Freeland going up against Luis Cessa. And, you know, thing about this Rockies team is that they just came off a big ugly loss to the Braves. You know, they just lost to the Braves yesterday. I think it was like 3-0. The Braves shut them out. You know, and the Braves been doing damage to this Rockies team. The Rockies really hasn't been playing the best of late. But I think I could see Rockies coming in this series to sneak game one here. I got Rockies on the money line going up against Luis Cessa. You know, he's been pitching mediocre, but I just really like Kyle Freeland. He got a lot more in his plate. I think he's the more experienced pitcher on the mound. I think the Rockies is due for a breakout game, especially offensively. I'm going to take Rockies on the money line and the Rockies-Reds game. Next game, we got the Athletics taking on the Orioles. We got J.P. Sears going up against Dean Kremer. And both these pitchers really been pitching lights out. J.P. Sears, especially when the Athletics went up against the Yankees, I was really surprised in that game. He pitched lights out against one of the hottest offenses in the, well, not, I wouldn't say hottest, because y'all know the Yankees really ain't been doing good, but y'all know how the Yankees offense, they probably got the #1 offense in all Major League Baseball. And the Orioles, Dean Kremer, there's been a couple games where I faded him. And, man, I've learned the hard way, because Dean Kremer really been pitching lights out, especially for a right-hand pitcher. You know, Athletics and Orioles both hit right-hand pitchers pretty good. But, you know, J.P. Sears is a lefty. OPS in the last 30 days, the Orioles have been doing pretty good against lefties. But, you know, J.P. Sears, you know, they got this total pretty low. The over and under is at 8. I like the under 8 in the Athletics and Orioles game. I think Dean Kremer can limit the Athletics offense. I think J.P. Sears can limit the Orioles as well. I'm gonna pick the under 8 in the Athletics Orioles game. Next game, we got the Kansas City Royals taking on the Tigers. We got Daniel Lynch on the mound going up against Drew Hutchinson. And, you know, the thing about the Royals, they haven't been doing the best lately, especially coming off that big White Sox loss. You know, we had the White Sox yesterday on the run line, and they cashed for us. You know, going against this Tigers team, you know, Daniel Lynch is a left-handed pitcher, and Tigers' OPS in the last 30 days, they hit lefties way better than they do righties. And I think Drew Hutchinson's good enough to limit this Royals offense. I'm going to take Tigers on the money line in the Royals and Tigers game. Next game, we got the Yankees taking on the Rays. We got Domingo German going up against Jeffrey Springs. And, you know, Jeffrey Springs done went up against his Yankees team twice. The first time they won 3-1. The first time they lost 2-0, you know, that was he went against Jameson Talon. You know, Jameson Talon for the Yankees, that's just one pitcher the Yankees just seem to always back up. You know, he got the best record for the Yankees out of all their pitching staff. You know, and the thing about it, the last recent start against the Yankees, the Rays did win. They won 3-1. That was against Nestor Cortez, with left-handed pitcher. You know, Rays in the OPS the last 30 days, they've been hitting lefties a lot better than they've been hitting righties. You know, and Domingo German's coming in where the last time he pitched against the Rays, he did win the game. The Yankees won 8-7, but, you know, Yankees was down 7-4 going into the ninth inning. You know, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Donaldson hit a big grand slam, a 4-run home run that secured the win, and they won 8-7. If they need a grand slam here, I don't think the Yankees can do it. The Yankees' offense has been just so off and on, especially this whole past month. I know it's a new month, but until I see Yankees change, until I see some wins, not just one win, I need to see 4-5 wins. I need to see a win streak from the Yankees for me to start backing them. I'm going to take the Rays on a money line and the Yankees and Rays. Next game, we got the Mariners taking on the Guardians. We got Luis Castillo going up against Zach Plesac. And, the Guardians both times back-to-back at home done put up 0 and 0. Two big fat zeros against this Orioles pitching staff. Luis Castillo might be good enough. I think he is good enough to limit the Guardians' offense. But one person I do not trust is Zach Plesac. I think he's one of the worst pitchers at the Guardians. But considering the Guardians just put two fat zeros back-to-back on the scoreboard for us, I gotta just think about it for a second, because I feel like their offense got to put up some type of runs today, scoring 0 back-to-back games. They got to come in here at least with a little fire in they behind, because I would, scoring 0-0 in back-to-back games, I know as a coach, I would really get on my team about that. And Luis Castillo, he ain't the best pitcher, but there's been times where he's done gave up some earned runs, especially on the road. I like the over 7. They got the total way too low in this game, I think. The over and under is 7.5. I'm going to take the over 7, do an alternate run, do an over 7 in the Mariners and Guardians game. Next game, we got the Rangers taking on the Red Sox. We got Dallas Keuchel going up against Nick Pivetta. And y'all know I cannot back Dallas Keuchel. I think he's one of the worst pitchers in the league. You can look at his high ERA. It don't matter who he go against. You ain't even got to be able to hit lefties to hit this guy. He just simply gives up a lot of runs. And he's going up against a Red Sox offense that it looked like the Rangers had him yesterday, but the Red Sox pulled through with the 9-8 win. And they gave up big earned runs to this Red Sox team late in the game. The Red Sox offensively just got a lot better hitters, especially with Raffle Devers back in his lineup. I like this plus money play. I seen it on FanDuel. Red Sox to win and over 9.5 runs. They got that play at plus 185. That's plus money. I really like that play. And the Rangers and Red Sox game, I'm going to take Red Sox and over 9.5 at plus 185. Next game, we got the Nationals taking on the Mets. We got Josiah Gray against David Peterson. And in this game, we don't got no over and under. We don't got no line for this game. Considering that we already got both the starting pitchers, I'm not sure if they're going to change maybe one of the pitchers, or I'm not so sure if Vegas don't know what they want to do yet. But in this game, I do like the over. Josiah Gray got a lot of strikeouts this year, but last time he went up against his Mets team at the beginning of the season, he did give up 4 big earned runs. And now he's playing at the Mets, where the Mets just came off 2 back-to-back wins against this Dodgers, and we had the Dodgers. We had the Mets yesterday on the plus money, and the Mets cashed for us, especially on the plus 1.5. That was big, and the Nationals. We had Nationals yesterday too against the Athletics, and they cashed for us. So both these teams been cashing for us. I hate to have to choose an option, but if I got to choose the Nationals and Mets with David Peterson on the mound, Josiah Gray, I'm gonna take the over. Whatever the over and under is when they do post it, I would like the over. David Peterson, a lefty. Y'all know the Nationals hit lefties way better than they do righties. And Josiah Gray going against Mets at home, I just don't like his option. I like the over in the Mets-Nationals game. Next game, we got the Marlins taking on the Braves. We got Sandy Alcantara going up against Charlie Morton. And, in this game, we don't have no line either. I don't know who's favorite. I would consider the Braves to be slight favorites, considering they're the home team with Charlie Morton. I would consider the Braves being like maybe negative 130. And if that's the case, I love the Marlins on a plus money, but I also like the Marlins plus 1.5 even better. If they got the Braves slight favorites, I think the Marlins plus 1.5 is an automatic cash. But if they do got the Marlins favored in this game, I'm definitely going to back them up, especially with Sandy Alcantara on the mound. Top 5 pitcher in this Major League Baseball league. I'm gonna take the Marlins plus 1.5 in the Marlins and Braves game. Next game, we got the Twins taking on the White Sox. We got Sonny Gray going up against Davis Martin. Last time Sonny Gray went up against his White Sox team, they lost 12-2. He only pitched 3 innings. He gave up 9 hits and 6 earned runs. I know that's something he probably wants to clean up here, especially going against the White Sox at home. I really don't like the White Sox pitcher though with Davis Martin. He hasn't really showed me nothing to consider himself elite to me. But I do think he might be good enough to limit this Twins offense. I just feel like the White Sox just broke a losing streak. They done won 2 games in a row. I know it was against the Royals, but this is really going to have to test the White Sox right here. We see the Twins as slight favorites at negative 130. I like the White Sox plus 1.5. I'm going to take the White Sox plus 1.5 in the Twins and White Sox game. Next game, we got the Cubs taking on the Cardinals. We got Adrian Sampson going up against Jordan Montgomery. And, last 2 games for Adrian Sampson, the last game he did pitch pretty good, even though they lost. But the game before that against his Cardinals team, the Cubs lost 13-3. He pitched 3 innings. He gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 5 earned runs, 2 home runs. And that's, Cardinals at home might be one of the best home teams when it comes to Major League Baseball. And Jordan Montgomery been pitching lights out for the Cardinals ever since he been on his Cardinals lineup and got traded from the Yankees. But you see his last outing against the Braves, the Cardinals didn't win 6-5, but he only pitched 5 innings. He gave up 8 hits and 5 earned runs. The Cardinals barely got the win there. I don't like his last game. I think we're going to see a little regression in his game as a Cardinals pitcher. I'm going to take the over in the Cubs and Cardinals, over 8. Next game, we got the Astros taking on the Angels. We got Lance McCullers Jr. going up against Ray Detmers. And in this one, man, I got to take the Astros, especially at -160. We get a really good price, and I think we get a really good price just because the way the Angels have been playing lately, especially at home. You see the way they just did the Yankees. But, we got to remember, this is a struggling Yankees that all month, they lost like 18 games last month. If I'm not mistaken, they went like 10-18 out of 28 games. So that's just a slump Yankees that was simply losing to just everybody. And this is the Astros team that's been pitching really good ball, that's been hitting really good ball lately. And the thing about it, Astros OPS in the last 30 days as far as left-hand pitching, they simply been crushing lefties. Top 10 against lefties, hitting lefties at a way better percentile than they do righties. So I'm going to take Astros at -160. Next game, we got the Brewers taking on the Diamondbacks. We got Eric Lauer taking on Zach Davies. And in this one, I got to take the Brewers as slight favorites at -115. We had the Diamondbacks plus 1.5 yesterday, and the Diamondbacks cashed for us. But in this one, Brewers at -115. I think they just slight favorites for a reason. I think this is going to be a back and forth series. I do like the way Zach Davies has been pitching on the mound. He just pitched 4 away games in a row. So now this is going to be his first home game back from being on the road that long. I think we could see a game where maybe he might not pitch his best. Maybe he could be a little shaky, a little off. I'm going to take the Brewers at -115. I think that's the best pick and the best line for this game. Next game, we got the Padres taking on the Dodgers. We got Yu Darvish on the mound going up against Dustin May. And in this one, man, I really like the Dodgers. And I don't see why the Dodgers is just -165. I can see how the Padres have been hitting the ball way better than they have. The Padres was almost in a slump like the Yankees was. With Yu Darvish on the mound, he is still one of the top right-handed pitchers in this league, probably a top 15 right-handed pitcher in this league, if not top 10. But Dustin May, I feel like Dustin May a top 15 right-hand pitcher in this league as well. And ever since he's been back on this Dodgers roster, boy, Dustin May has been pitching lights out. And, a lot of people might take the over in this game, but I like the Dodgers on the money line at -165. The Dodgers got to come all the way from Mets, all the way back home to L.A., so I could see an under game right here. I like the Dodgers at -165, and I also like the under in the Padres-Dodgers game. And for the last game of the day, we got the Phillies taking on the Giants. We got Kyle Gibson going up against Alex Cobb. And in this one, man, I got to take the Giants on the money line. I know people might call me crazy, but they got this game even. The Giants is on a losing streak. They've just simply lost. They're on a big losing streak. And Alex Cobb, one of the better pitchers on the mound, a right-handed pitcher. The Phillies do hit right-hand pitching really good OPS in the last 30 days. But Kyle Gibson, I feel like he's just been shaky as of late. 139 innings with only 114 strikeouts. I just feel like he isn't striking out as many batters as he should. And Alex Cobb, 111 innings with 115 strikeouts. He got one more strikeout than Kyle Gibson, with 20-something less innings. I do like the way Cobb has been pitching as late, Alex Cobb. I'm gonna take the Giants on the money line in the Phillies in the Phillies and Giants game. Giants on the money line. Hopefully they cash for us and get that losing streak out the way. All right, y'all. This has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. Y'all know before I end the day, I'm gonna go ahead and do this drawing. Hold on, let me go get my wife. I'll be right back. Baby, you ready? All right, y'all, she coming. Everybody that on my last video, everybody that that put hashtag sports picks with Big Zay, that put it before the video was ended. We went ahead and wrote y'all's names down and put it in here. I got all these names. Each one has a different name on it. Each one, you feel me, was somebody that put hashtag sports picks with Big Zay. I just want to show my appreciation for all my subscribers. I got my wife right here. I got the bucket. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and just mix them up. You know, she could pick any single one. You know what I'm saying? One of y'all about to become $50 richer, baby. Let's go. We need a drum roll. Oh, she bitch picked one. Let's see. Just so y'all know I'm not on nothing. Brandon Saunder. Is that how you would pronounce that, baby?
Saunder, yeah.
Brandon Saunder. Hey, I'm gonna look for Brandon Saunder in the comments. I'm gonna leave you a comment in my past video that the video you put hashtag sports picks with Big Zay, I'm gonna go ahead and comment and say you the winner. Comment your Cash App, buddy, so I can send you the 50. Brandon Saunder. Hey, this has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. Y'all know the bigger I get, I'm gonna do more giveaways. You know, hopefully one day on this channel, I'll be able to give away $500, $1,000 giveaway. Y'all know I'm trying to reach the skies. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. This has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. I try to give y'all my best every single day. Let's crush the books even harder today. And Brandon Saunder, congratulations. You just won the 50. All right, YouTube, I'm out of here.